I think that this is also a topic that is lost on the youth because my parents read it. They go through every single candidate and they go through this in the paper, that they know what's happening, like current affairs away. But again, this is the changing of the guard. We are transitioning into adulthood, and unfortunately, this is what the nation is stuck with.
The youth are not interested, and those who we really want to be, as a woke movement, we want to be involved. But there's just no one that's being represented that looks and sounds like us, and those who are always feel removed from us. And also that thing of there's so much scandal happening with everybody that you don't know who you can buy into. That's the other problem I have.
I feel that the young people, the youth, they're knowledgeable of the political world, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go put their ballot in the box, because I feel that young people aren't represented in politics. I mean, look at the ministers that we have. It's all people that's 60 plus, 50 plus, and those things like that. It's rare to find a young minister, minister of Galaxy or something, minister van Buren.
Oh yes, we've picked that up as well. But compared to the previous elections, maybe it's not a good yardstick, but compared to 2016 and 2014, there's more of an enthusiasm this time, even if you look at the figures that the IEC has come up with.
So there were a lot of reasons why I think students, when I talk to them about it, don't want to vote. And I don't buy into the it's apathetic, they can't be bothered to get out of bed. I don't actually buy into that. I think it's got a lot more to do with they just don't know who's really going to make a difference in their lives. None of these names on this ballot seem like they're actually going to make any difference in their lives. So then why bother getting out of bed,
I don't think young people find candidates out there that they can relate to also, And if they do find young candidates, they only get to know about them after the political parties have come into power. Our political parties don't do a great job always in publicizing their younger candidates to young people.
No one looks like they fighting for us and fighting for like a future. They're fighting for right now.
I don't know enough, and that's why I feel like I'm not afraid about it. But I also do think it's important.
I strongly believe that if you were to ask people, the youth who's voting, probably some of them won't even have substantive reasons why they're voting. They're just voting for the sake of voting, or because their family is voting, or because the media encourages everyone to vote.
It's sad because I think the youth are heavily influenced by their parents.
The Born Frees were presented with you were born into this rainbow nation, and everybody loves everybody, and everybody can go in and be whatever they want. And you're like, when you go there, and then you met with the reality that's not the way life works, and that's not the way the world works, and you're also not entitled to just pitching up and having this ready-made experience for you. I think it was quite insulting of our parents' generation to look at them going, what you gotta complain about? You can go on the beach, you can go to the beach. You're like, okay, that's cool, but I actually rather want to have an education, if you don't mind, and not crippling debt, or have my parents sell their land.
Those people who criticize these students do not recognize processes that they themselves went through in the process of struggle. And if we're going to have constructive dialogue, regardless of your political affiliation, you need to humble yourself and listen to the needs of people trying to find access to education.
Why are politicians and political parties taking on fees must fall? Why is no one standing? Especially now, this is when I feel like they should be capitalizing on to go, let's go get the youth by talking about fees must fall. But they still, none of them are discussing these things with us. So now we just go, fuck all this, fuck all of you guys. You're not getting my vote because it requires now effort. And it requires me to read 179 pages of your guts. Sorry, I'm still in shock over that.
I think more importantly, they've grown up understanding that we're going to be the generation that when we big and old like our parents and got to live the injustices and right the wrongs, and they get there and it's no different. Because they realize that it's left in the hands of the people that were fighting shoulder to shoulder and making those decisions from the resentment of the last 20, 30 years that they experienced before this. Mm-hmm. And that's not a good place for anybody.
You need to be listening, regardless of your political affiliation. Stop trolling. stop scoring political points and address the issues.
Do they have a reason to be not want to vote? I think they do. I think they do. Do I agree with not voting? No. But do I understand? Do I empathize with them? Yes, I do. Are we voting blind if you go straight forward and if we're able to, as all South Africans, be tested on what we know? Then yes. Am I voting blind? Yeah. If you go by the intellectual side of it, you know. Do I know the manifestos? No. Do I know the list? No. Do I know the system and all the names for the system? No. Am I voting blind?